Third time around, the old Pandoran sun. Oh, fuck me, here we go again. Finally playing Roland, probably my least played character aside from Brick, and I've got high hopes for the next 50-ish hours. So, obviously speaking after the fact, I don't know why the fuck I said 50 hours. It didn't take me 50 hours. Like, Borderlands 2 is longer. And if you do that and all its DLC, that's less than 30 hours. Why the fuck? Whatever. Fucking hell. Off to a shithouse start. Right off the bat, Roland is definitely the most shooter-focused so far, comfortable and standard with an emphasis on keeping things simple. His turret is fine, albeit one weakness being it only faces and shoots in one direction, and the shield, it's fine, It has a shield, and with skills, it also gets buffs like healing and ammo regeneration. So I can't entirely say that it's bad, right? I can't just complain out front. In fact, it's his best feature, which we'll get to. I can definitely see his use in co-op, but I'm not playing that, so, fuck it. My opening hours went pretty goofy. I spent a stupid amount of time just blasting shit with underleveled rocket launchers and then holding up behind the Scorpio turret, charging up my health and bullets. Will this be an omen of things to come? Not really, surprisingly, See, I wrote in my script, probably, but I'm having a good time. And yeah, but I wouldn't say I spent too much time doing just that. But definitely a lot. Because, yeah, this is like the most cover shootery character, I guess. But also, I'm kind of bored. So let's play Marvel 3 until something interesting happens, huh? Fucking flawless transition. So full transparency, I'm far from good at Marvel 3, and in fact, I'm pretty new to the game. Regardless, I'm having a good bit of fun running random in arcade. One thing I'm appreciating is how pick-up and play friendly the game is, at least for its first 4-ish matches in arcade. It feels good to play with most characters I've tried, especially Felicia, who the game is fucking obsessed with. I didn't get her on this recorded run, but I think I've played Felicia the most, just because I kept picking random all, and it's like, two dumb fucks you don't give a shit about, and motherfucking Felicia. Oh, we got Felicia. You need to play Felicia. It's fucking crazy. With characters I played and didn't enjoy, for the life of me, I can't play Doctor Strange well. I have no fucking clue what... He just seems like a very technical character, and I mean, that's cool, but I don't fucking enjoy it. And MODOK. What the fuck is MODOK, right? Like, what the fuck are we doing with MODOK? Is he a zoner? Is he just good for combo extension via tag? I don't fucking know. I hate him. He sucks. He's stupid. I don't know why the fuck he's there. Another thing I really like, concerning my mention earlier of the game's pick-up and play nature, is how everything feels so quick and flowy. The game is fast, to the best degree. It has no charge inputs that I've seen, and a comfortable reliance on a simple control scheme with a monumental skill ceiling. So it makes sense the game is so well regarded in the FGC. I think this was my experience with Marvel 2 as well, but this really does feel like one of those everyone should play fighting games. Like, if you're a fighting game fan, you should, even if you don't enjoy it, even if you don't even like it once, you should experience Marvel 2 and Marvel 3, because they're fucking great. Anyway, we're back to Borderlands. After a fuck ton of side quests and the occasional main, I'm heading into Smash Sledge's Domain, and I have to say I'm going to appreciate this turret more as I go. It isn't with its faults, as I mentioned before. And its shield can't be shot through from either side. So, from the outside that makes sense, but when I'm behind the shield, I have to not be behind the shield to shoot through, because the shield. That's kind of annoying. I will say, when its shield goes down, it doesn't immediately die, and it just keeps firing. That's really appreciated. When its biggest utility is obviously its offensive value and its, healing and buffs, you don't want that to just be truncated by the fact that, the shield's down, it's dead now. No, it remains useful. I really appreciate that. Once I get the skills to drop its cooldown from 100 seconds to fucking anything less than that, I don't know what it is. It doesn't actually update it to say, what the exact value is, but it does become less, and that's what's important. Breathing is hard. Yeah, so, you get the skills to make it fire faster, to get rockets eventually, although not for a while, to get less cooldown. It's a solid offense tool. But this discussion of his turret brings up a different issue. Roland kind of sucks. When I said he's the most standard shooter, I really meant it. He gets health and shield boosts, as well as stuff to improve his guns more generally, but really the turret is the centerpiece to him. The game obviously still plays well, but I wonder how much of an irritant this is going to be going forth. And speaking after the fact, it got me bummed the fuck out, so... I have very mixed feelings on Roland outside of the context of his turret. But he reaches his pinnacle pretty quickly. I'll say that. I'm having fun, and, sometimes that's all you need. What does it say about me that I instinctively knew where all of the objectives are for all the side quests here when I entered the Arid Badlands? I think the wrinkles in my brain have gone too far, and now I'm becoming something new and abhorrent. Existential nonsense aside, I also want to take some time to talk about this game's fuck-ass economy. See, I'm running, I'm gunning, I'm getting less than stellar drops, so I go to a vending machine, and everything is pricey as fuck. I understand the emphasis on quests for money and experience, but fuck me, selling all the excess and holding cash like a dragon just in case one day there's a decent gun in my price range. It's fucked. It's fucked. This is going to be mediated later, but I would say this game in general is kind of economically wonky, especially its early game. It's fucked. But it's also not really required, so it's I'm fucked if I don't, because I want to get better gear, and I'm fucked if I do, because everything's really expensive, and it's hard to say how worthwhile it will be, because you might just pick up a cool drop. Whatever, shit happens. Anyway, running through New Haven, doing quests and whatnot in the area, and I'd say my general playstyle and build is starting to come together. It's certainly not complicated, given Roland is practically an accessory to his turret, but nonetheless, I'm making my way through and recognizing what strengths he has of his own. His biggest benefits are his damage boosts to all bullets, especially for combat rifles and shotguns, and his ammo bonuses. Being able to hold more means I can just let loose longer, which, if nothing else, feels good. Otherwise, he also gets boosts to health and shield, as I mentioned, so... he's honestly kind of sauceless. I have a very specific term for him, which is a mayonnaise sandwich. And what that means is he has flavor, his turret, but what he lacks otherwise is everything. He just has fucking nothing else going on, He's got one bit of flavor, and I need more to really be invested. Love this. I come around on it when I reach New Game Plus, but fuck me, it's taking that long. That's not a good sign. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, we're taking another break. So, I think it was the brick video I did a bit about Killing Floor 2. We're back because the game is fun and I want to talk about it. Specifically, I want to talk about my eventual plans for a video on it and one on 3 when the time is right as well. Kind of similar to this Borderlands series, I want to go whole hog on the game, albeit in one video because there isn't really enough to cover an entire video per class. The biggest problem with that is when the fuck that's gonna happen. Because it takes ages to grind out every class to max, and that's the perspective I want to showcase them from. Showcase why you may feel interested in grinding out and playing a max level class with all its cool perks and particular build setup. And that's time consuming, you know? It's time consuming. And, you know, I'm not always wanting to play Killing Floor 2. Sometimes I want to play other stuff. I've got a Monster Hunter video in the works. I got the whole fucking Borderlands series. And I got other shit. But, you know, every now and again I put some hours in, I get some levels. We're making progress. Slow, monotonous progress. I don't mean this as a complaint, or me just incessantly bitching or whatever. It's just like, you know, shit's annoying sometimes, right? But it's good to have ambition and goals. When the achieving of those goals becomes a pain in the ass, fuck it, I guess. Shit happens. But I think that's the beauty of it. To continue and strive forth in spite of hardship, regardless of context. In this case, the hardship being, guys, I don't want to play a video game all day. I don't want to. Anyway, back to Borderlands. Hey, look, it's the Rack Hive. Yeah, I skipped ahead. Sue me. The gameplay hasn't changed at all. I'm still shooting and looting. I'm still throwing out the turret. I'm still keeping on. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself, but that doesn't mean it's interesting to talk about. It's kind of crazy realizing that Brick is more mechanically interesting than Roland, but here we are. Also, just an aside, because I couldn't find a proper place in script to add this, it turns out my earlier comments about the economy and only an early game thing. Yeah, like I said, you know, early game, everything's really expensive and you don't have a lot of money and not a lot of drops really sell for much, so it's kind of fucked. But then late game, that's not really a big issue. So, skill issue on my end, and God bless capitalism, I guess. Old Haven was surprisingly better than I expected. I have to say there's a certain satisfaction in using the same methods my enemies use, because Roland is a Crimson Lance defector. Does this ultimately come back to his turret is the coolest part? Yeah. Doesn't mean it isn't fun. So it's around here that I took a week off because of my birthday. I went on holiday. I spent too much money on Warhammer. It's, you know, it's how it's gotta be. I gotta paint up 3 fucking boxes of AdMac. Woo! I'm having fun. Anyway. So yeah, you know, holiday over my birthday. Spent a week not playing Borderlands. Unthinkable, I know. This was definitely a necessary break on my part. I needed it because coming back felt really refreshing and less numbed to things than before. I killed Flint. That was nice. Let's just skip to the end, shall we? No intermission or switch up. Just jump to the end. Because you know what it's going to be. It's going to be more of the same. Let's just finish this. Ah, I fucking got you, motherfucker! You thought I meant the end of New Game, and I originally did. But something funny happened. See, my initial plan was to play through the DLC, record the final boss of Claptrap's Revolution, and then cap it there. But instead I kept playing. I entered a sort of zen state where, yes, Roland plateaued in terms of upwards action, but I still had fun. I had a good enough time even to beat New Game Plus in about 2 days, which is about standard. It doesn't get even remotely difficult until Old Haven and the Lance anyway. For old time's sake, though, Let's give New Game Plus DLC a go. We've been fucked so far, but maybe this will be the day. Yeah, nah, cunt's fucked, eh? Still, a good time was had by all. So, here's to that. Here's to that, Roland. You are mechanically uninteresting, but I had a decent enough time. And no doubt Lilith will be a billion times more fun. I fucking hope. I don't know if the Lilith video will be what's up next. It might be a bunch of other things. I have no idea at the moment, but that has been started. So, by the end of July, it'll definitely be out by then, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. See ya. Bye.